As always, remove the power from the unit before you attempt any service of the unit. This is a Bryant heat pump that's at our shop. As you can see, this plate on the top has two sets of screw holes in it for when you're mounting a motor. Manufacturers of the motors make different frame size. You may get one that uses the inside holes or one that uses the outside holes, depending on which motor manufacturer Carrier is using when they purchase new motors to replace this particular condenser fan motor. This is pretty much the same across the board on all of their equipment. Anytime you see those four holes, that means that there's two motors or two different manufacturers that may be used for the motor for this unit. When you're looking at your unit for spring startup after you've disconnected the power, it's a good idea to spend a few minutes just looking at the unit. Particular point of interest is the fan blade. You see the rivets holding the blades to the center hub. As these units age and flex, you can develop cracks in that fan blade. Anytime you see a crack in that fan blade, it should be replaced. If it's not replaced, the pressure of the air as the fan is turning is going to continue to flex that blade, and it's eventually going to break, and it has a distinct possibility of coming out and poking a hole in your coil, and at that point you have a very expensive repair with a technician required to help you with it. When you're servicing this piece of equipment, the fan motor or fan blade, you remove these screws around the outside. This complete top will come off. You see there's a channel through here with the wires running through it. The wires are long enough for you to be able to flip this panel upside down. You can remove the fan blade, then you can remove the motor, pull the wires out. If you order an OEM motor from us, the wires will be the exact same color, exact same length, exact same connections on them, and the fan blade, the fan motor shaft will be the exact same size and length. For an OEM motor, you are not required to make any changes such as cutting off the shaft or rewiring the motor to match the system like you run into if you use an aftermarket motor, which is a little bit cheaper, but in the end will cost you a lot more money if you run into an issue installing it. And the bearings in an aftermarket motor are not designed exclusively for hanging upside down like this motor.